Welcome to the Self Reality Podcast, a show where we like to talk all things reality TV, the good, the bad, everything in between, and how we feel about them. I'm your host, Angie, and I'm here today to talk about Survivor. We're on season 50. Today it is episode 8, and here to talk about it is my brother, Nick. Hello.
Hi.
And before we get started, Nick is a great guy podcaster. He's got 2 podcasts, so go check those out. The first one being the Dirty Glass Podcast, Booze Reviews for the Unrefined, where Nick and Denny drink drinks on theme sometimes, talk about them, rate them, and tell you what you should be drinking. Once you've watched that one, go on over to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk, where Nick and sometimes Matthew Barnaby talk about wrestling the way it should be talked about. Go check those out today. Like and subscribe. And of course, like, share, subscribe over here. We'd really appreciate it.
WrestleMania this weekend, folks. I got lots of content dropping, lots of wrestling.
Woo-hoo!
If you want to see what's going on with Mr. Brock Lesnar or Mr. John Cena, the host, or Cody Rhodes or CM Punk, come check out Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. I got lots of opinions. And if I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, you're wrong.
All right. So with all that, the preamble, let's get into Survivor episode 8. Whew, this is a doozy.
How many episodes are there this year? Is it 15?
Probably.
Are we halfway now?
I think we're halfway for sure. We're
I
for
feel like
sure
it's
halfway.
about half. Yeah.
I think it usually goes to 13, but it's probably 15 this season. So we're halfway there. Finally, they do a twist that we've not seen before.
Yeah, this is a new one.
Finally, we have been waiting all season. But before we get into that, let's just talk about the aftermath. So if we recall last week, it was D voted out. And remember, they split the votes. So Tiff got 4 votes on her. So Tiff is not happy when she gets back to camp to have all those votes sitting on her. Coach is being arrogant. Like, it was all my decision. It was all my decision, saying he controlled it. And then, it starts off this with Jonathan, but everybody ends up having to have a side chat with him. Like, you got to chill out, coach. You're going to get voted out if you don't chill out. Like, you gotta dial it back.
It's the second episode in a row he's had to have that talk.
Well, I know, Rizzo had to talk, and remember, Rizzo had to have a big talk with him. Now Jonathan's having to talk with him, and later on Chrissy has a talk with him. Like, he's like a child. Like, he's like a bombastic, like a toddler. Like, he can't control his impulses. Yeah, but there's no impulse control. Like, he has to be the center of attention. He has to talk. It's crazy. He's spiraling I think because they're telling him not to talk, it's making him spiral. So.
And it's funny, ironically, he's the one that told people not to talk at the beginning.
Yeah, Chrissy. Well, you're annoying people. No, coach. Hey, captain, annoying of people. You're the dude. So you have Stephanie, Jonathan, and Chrissy. They're discussing. Oh my goodness. They're discussing that coach needs to chill because the intention is, and this is to go across the various alliances, non-alliances, little alliances. There's a lot of. I'm very confused by what is true alliances. But anyway, I digress.
The middle people comments are interesting.
Heavy.
Because it just shows that they don't think they're at a risk or something. Like, I don't really understand their mindset with some of these people in this middle people talk.
So they're calling Aubrey, Christian, Devins, and Emily middle people. And I think why they're calling them middle people is it's a new name for floater. I think it's because these 4 have been managing to kind of walk the line and not really stand up and take a stance, even though I feel like they have. But and I feel like, I mean, we'll see later, in my opinions, one of the most epic Survivor moves I've ever seen.
Huge.
But
them with the middle crap is arrogance and ego. Go ahead. Sorry,
that's
like been the theme, right? Arrogance and ego with Coach and Chrissy and these people, and mentioning middle people in front of the quote unquote middle people. I mean, last episode, Coach got confused on who the middle people are, and it was talking to the middle people and calling people middle people in front of the middle people. It's a lot of middle people talk.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it is kind of arrogance. I think it goes back to old school, like I said, floaters, where they call people floaters. But I don't see them as floaters. I think it's bull. I don't think they're floating. I think they're playing good games. I think people don't hate them. I'm not sure. I think it's a good point saying it's kind of ego and arrogance. I would agree.
Ego and arrogance.
Well, that's the name of the game. Then we have Ozzy and Tiff. Ozzy I love this. He throws Coach under the bus and tells Tiff it was Coach, like Coach's idea, which good on you, Ozzy. Like, and Coach again, I think is too arrogant to understand that Ozzy is still mad. Ozzy
Yeah,
has a
that's
fresh wound from
and
that
Ozzy's playing it
first.
right though. He's not making it like outward.
He's doing like he's serving his revenge cold. He's
Keep your
planning
enemies
it.
close, right?
Yeah.
Or keep
I
your friends
don't
close, your enemies closer. I mean,
exactly. What I don't like though is Ozzy too is talking about let's get rid of the middle people as well. Like I don't understand. Again, I don't think Aubrey, Christian, Devins, and Emily, particularly Christian and Devins, I know I'm a fan, but like I don't think they're not playing. I don't think they're floating. Like they're making moves. So I don't know. It's
I
weird.
thought the last episode Coach said Devins is not one of the middle people though, but Christian is. Remember when he got
No,
all
no.
mad that Devins told Christian about something? He's like, "We can't be telling the middle people about stuff." He said to
Well, I
Christian
think that's just
or
Coach being
Devins.
an idiot.
Yeah, I was
Like
confused by this whole.
because
Oh my God,
Devins,
funny dogs.
I think by their definition, Devins is a middle person.
Okay,
Like he's partnered with because
the
they're
middle people.
floaters, like because that they don't see them as having an alliance either. I think even though they all, especially again Christian and Devins, all have little side alliances. Emily too. I mean, Emily's with Ozzy. But I think part of the problem, aside from arrogance and ego, is it's confusing who's with who because it's
Yeah,
half of it's not
100%.
real. It's
Too many
like
people.
it's confusing still. So then a boat arrives. And this is where we start with the twist. Essentially, they're saying one person, there's 13 people left, so one person won't be chosen and everybody else has to pair up. So they do basically, they pick, which I like. Like it was interesting. Cirie, well, first they tried to decide who's going to be the one person who's out. Devin, Cirie, and Chrissy all raise their hand and they draw rocks. Like they draw, oh my God,
Dark, flash in the dark.
shot in the dark, shot in the
Shot
dark,
in the
flash
dark.
in the dark, flash in the pan, shot in the dark. And Cirie does get that, and good on her. So Joe is the one who suggests like let's pick. So it becomes Christian and Jonathan, Devins and Aubrey, who go on about how they're kind of like they're gonna like
We're stuck
what's the
together.
word? Yeah, they're kind of like oh God,
They're
we're
entangled.
yeah. Chrissy and Coach, Ozzy and Stephanie, Joe and Tiff, Rizzo and Emily. Then we don't know what's going on yet, so that's not going to come up till the challenge. And then, you have like Ozzy, Joe, and Jonathan kind of working together, throwing out names again. It's Devon's Tiff. Is Tiff supposed to be a middle person, by the way? I'm
I'm
guessing
not
yes.
sure. I mean, Coach pulls Tiff aside, trying to tell her that it wasn't his plan and all this crap, and
Oh, he's so
she didn't
full of
buy it
crap.
for a second.
No, I do think it's ironic, and I have that listed to talk about, but I do think it's ironic that Chrissy had to pull Coach aside, and you kind of touched on this earlier, to say, dude, you got to chill. You're annoying everybody. Stop with the haikus. Stop with the singing and dancing.
Well, I don't think she does that until after the challenge, though, right?
No, she does it before.
Does she? Because
Yeah,
I know she does it after the. Well, I mean, are we at the challenge now?
we're almost. I just wanted to mention what you
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about, the Coach and Tiff conversation, where Coach is basically thinking he's just such a master scammer, lying to again. Where's the honor in lying to Tiff? Okay, but anyway, like I thought you were Mr. Honor. Goes and lies to Tiff when she kind of asks, "Well, if it wasn't you, Coach, who was it?" And it's just this long pregnant pause. Like he doesn't even have a lie.
He was not
He's
prepared.
just ridiculous. He's just ridiculous. He just thinks he's smarter than everyone, and then it just doesn't bear fruit. Like it doesn't play out. So Cirie goes to exile. So that's I think they tell her that. And then the twist is it's called the double duo. So the pairs that were chosen, they're
And they
gonna
don't
run
know
as a
this prior,
no,
right? They
they're
show up the
this is they're
challenge and get
told.
told this, and
Yeah.
then Cirie gets sent at the challenge to exile. Yeah. Go on with the twist there.
So the twist, and you'll describe the actual challenge, but the twist is they're gonna run as a pair, they're gonna win or lose as a pair, but when they vote, they're gonna vote individually, but whoever they vote, like they're voting for pairs though.
And the way it's looking
Weird.
early is Aubrey and Devins are in trouble
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're the
because
weakest.
everybody wants Aubrey out, and
Everyone
then Devins
and
is just kind of
Devins,
like
a
sure,
middle person.
maybe middle
Aubrey and
person.
Devins are middle people, right? So Aubrey and Devins is like, and whereas I looked at it and I immediately said, Chrissy and freaking Coach, please. Goodbye. That was my thinking from the start.
I was a little worried about Rizzo and Emily.
A little bit, but they pulled through. They pulled through. And then, oh yeah, and there's two phases. You have to win the first phase to make it to the second phase. And there's like, I don't know, is this a spaghetti? I don't know. There's some sort of reward in this one too. But I'll let you describe what's the first phase, Nick.
I believe it's spaghetti. So the first phase, so they're racing at the same time. One at a time, they got to throw the ball onto a track and then rush through an obstacle to the other side before the ball goes down the slide thing and catch the ball. Then they have to use paddles to go over platforms and pass it to each other, like on these little paddles. So they got to stand on these platforms and pass to each other. And then when they do that, they got to toss the ball into targets. And then they got to make planks. It's a plank puzzle. They got to do a plank puzzle, and whoever gets to the top of the plank puzzle, first four, I think, first 4 teams or
First
something, go to
three.
the next round, first 3, and then the final. Or so who made that?
So that was Aubrey and Devins,
Yeah,
Steph and Ozzy, which not surprising, and Tiff and Joe.
that
So
makes
now
sense. Tiff and Joe, yeah,
Tiff and Joe's, they're both strong as hell. So
that's the
that did not
strongest
surprise
team.
me. Absolutely. I did think that with Jonathan, Christian could have done a bit better. He's not killing it at the challenges.
Jonathan
So.
or Christian?
Christian.
No, he's
He's
a
kind of
scientist. He's not a runner.
he's falling apart a bit, right? So basically, one idol protects the pair. So Tiff and Joe win.
But then they got to do the final round. So the final round is they have the ball and the ball. They have the bird cage thing, and they
and they have to,
as a team, they have the little tiny things, and they got to work the ball up to a hole, and they got to pull the ball out of the hole. Then they got one of those ball mazes that they have to do at the same time and get 2 balls in the hole at the end. And then the winner gets spaghetti, and the pair gets immunity.
Spaghetti be pretty good though at this point in time in the game, I think.
I'd really like spaghetti. It's probably the biggest reward in the history of Survivor.
Surprised Jeff didn't say that.
Well, they get tiramisu as well.
Oh yeah, tiramisu. I mean, it's the best reward ever. So
we don't see them eating tiramisu, which was upsetting, but the tiramisu looked really good. It was like this thick. I saw it sitting there. I'm like, what is that? Baklava? Oh no, that's the tiramisu.
I love tiramisu. So Tiff and, as I said, Tiff and Joe end up winning the whole thing. So good on them.
Yeah, they killed it.
They killed it. So those two are both immune. They can't be voted. So now we're at exile.
Do we have Tiff and Joe eating yet, or is that later?
I don't even think I noted them eating.
Well, let's just.
Oh, I
mean, it's kind of a side thing, but now Joe loves Tiff forever. Blood bond now because of the spaghetti and the challenge.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? That's how he talks like they've been through
I know.
a war
I find him odd. Because he was like writing her name, and he wrote her name down at the last.
He even told her,
one.
yeah.
So
he told her while they're eating spaghetti.
Yeah, I do have this written, but that's okay. Yeah, he admits that he wrote her name.
That's probably after this, but whatever.
It is. It's fine. We can do this one out of order. So he's basically saying he thinks Devins and Aubrey, like, who are right to be worried, and he's saying he's locked in with Tiff. I just find it odd. Like, Tiff's great, but just he voted for her last week. Like, Joe, what are you doing?
He's got Alliance ADD.
Yeah, something. So, Exile Island, Nick. What happens?
Well, do we mention that shot in the darks work for both? If one person uses a shot in the dark, but only uses the one shot in the dark, right? But it would work for both. An immunity idol works for both, and immunity works for both, right? So it's a really interesting twist.
It's so many rules, so you're right for addressing those.
Quite a lot of rules, and I thought this was the best challenge of the season so far.
It was
I had
great.
the most fun watching this specific challenge. But yes, now we're on Exile Island with poor Cirie.
So poor Cirie. But so basically Cirie gets there and there's one of those little placards saying that there's 2,000 coconuts all over the beach. Imagine being the person who had to do that, get that set up. And there's like, you have to find one with like a phoenix on it. And then if you find one with a phoenix on it, it's actually a pretty big deal. You get to go back to camp and you get to vote at tribal, and you're still not, like, you're basically immune still. So Cirie, of course, does it. And
cool thing is, I think she was immune no matter what. I don't think she was even risking a vote for the next one.
No, there was no. It was basically.
Way, but...
I'm like, did they throw this in? Like, let's give Cirie a chance to go back. Like, I don't know. Because, like, I guess it's hard, but does it seem like that hard of a challenge?
I think the way she did it was very difficult. I would not have done it the way she did it. I would have been walking around kicking them.
Like, that's.
I would have walked around kicking them.
Like, move them with your foot and then just.
I would have even did maybe a lap without even touching any. Because I think you could see the Phoenix on it. I don't think the Phoenix was face down. She didn't know that.
I don't think it
But
was.
there's no way I would have been bending down and picking each one up,
And
like,
throwing them.
and then throwing them. Like, she was using way too much energy. I immediately thought that. I'm like, she's crazy.
I'm like, why
And
are you
she's not
doing
in
it
good
that
shape.
way?
And,
No.
not to shame her, but she's not
I
compared
know
to some
I
of the
couldn't have
folk.
done what, like,
The way she did it, no. I would
I
have
would
given
have
up after
cried.
5.
I would have cried as well if I did it that way. But I'm like, can't you just kind of move them with your foot? Do you know what
Yeah,
I
I would have been
mean?
walking around.
And just
I would have been
start.
kicking them.
But she does it. This one
Or I
got
would have crawled
Kirsten.
around on my hands and knees
That's
and
smart
flipped
too,
them over.
actually. I didn't even
There's no
think of
way I would
that.
have bent down or stayed bent the whole time. And
Your
without the
back would be
food, without
killing.
the water, the amount of head rush you would get, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
didn't think it was she did it,
she did it.
but she
That was
did
a
it.
cool moment.
And she cries and you know, like she's very emotional this season. Like it made me cry too. So she found it, so she gets to go back. And then let's see. Back at
Now let's
camp.
talk
So now,
Cirie. Did you see that clip I sent you before we go on? I forgot about this, but then as soon as I saw it, I remembered it.
well, yes, the vote, the non-vote vote out.
Where she's the only one that did not receive a vote that got taken out of the game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ever.
I remember that. That was a crazy tribal. Everybody
That
had
was
a thing.
wild. Yeah. That was epic.
Poor old Cirie. Cirie. But
Cirie.
yeah, back to Chrissy and Coach.
So back to camp. I mean, Christian happy to be with Jonathan because Jonathan, interestingly, isn't like on anyone's radar. It seems like so he's like he doesn't have a big target. Emily, smartly, in my opinion, even though she's been a bit of a volatile force this season, suggests Coach and Chrissy, which I totally agree with. Rizzo says not to vote Coach and Chrissy. He again, like Rizzo's being arrogant too. Well, we want the middle people. What are you, Rizzo?
Well, Coach
And then
knighted him, so he can't be a middle person.
no, he didn't knight him, did he? He only
Yeah,
knighted Joe and
remember.
Colby. No, it was
No,
Joe
remember
and Colby.
when Colby left, he knighted him. Remember, Rizzo was all
God.
like, they did a side thing or something. He's like, "Oh, thanks for the name because your guy got taken out," but he was nice
He didn't
to
get a
Coach about it.
name. I don't think he gave him a name. We're gonna have to look it up. Go to the
I don't
tape.
know.
I don't.
He did a thing though. He did a ceremony thing where he's like, "You're officially been enveloped into the Coach's sphere."
The misogynistic where no women shall enter. I mean, what the hell? You know, Devins and Aubrey are rightly worried that it's them because they are, I think it's basically them versus Coach and Chrissy. And Chrissy, again, this is why you thought it was later. She tells him to relax and not to dance around and not do haiku. And she calls herself the Dragon Slayer Whisperer. But I don't know how successful she was. They basically put him in timeout on the hammock, is what they do.
Yeah,
And that he's still, because he's insane, it's like, I did haikus, they didn't know. Can I do haikus in my head? What are you talking about?
he's
Oh my
spinning.
God. And then she wants Rizzo out, which is kind of interesting. Chrissy wants Rizzo out. And again, this is where I kind of noted like I wish I had not a flow chart, but like a chart saying who's like actual alliances, who's not, who's fake, like, because I'm getting confused. Because I'm like, doesn't Ozzy work with Emily and Christian, but he's also working with Cirie and Rizzo? But Cirie, like, anyway, I'm confused.
Ozzy is working a lot of sides, which is
So
impressive.
that to me is isn't that a middle person?
Stupid. It's the first time I've ever heard them say middle people. Like, it's so
Well, they're in
degrading
the middle.
and honestly just not even. It makes your mind think they're not like a risk. Like, I don't understand why they would do that, but it's arrogance. Like I said, arrogance and ego.
That's what's going to knock them out, though. And then Cirie comes back. Actually, this is interesting to me. So Ozzy tries to think of what Cirie would think of. So he's like, let's go with Devins and Aubrey. And then Cirie comes back. She's like, no, Coach and Chrissy, it's
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Which he was like, oh my God, thank God you're coming back. Because I
And he
was
just changes it.
thinking,
Everybody changes. Cirie says it. They just change
like,
it
and it's
immediately.
so crazy. No one questions it. They were all like Aubrey and Devins, and I'm like, oh my God. But I'm still unsure, right? So and I also noted, and we talked about it earlier, like Coach thinks Ozzy is on his side. It's so funny. Like it's not a scar yet, but it's a fresh wound, and you're like, Coach, buddy. I'm so impressed with Cirie for just shaking it all up. And you're right, they all just did what she said. Rizzo says he thinks that they need Joe.
Yeah, but how about when Chrissy tries to tell Cirie to take out Rizzo? Do you remember that scene? And she's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and then she's just like, oh, okay. Like she didn't flip out at Chrissy, but she
That's
immediately
right.
goes to everybody and she's like, we're taking them out because Rizzo's her number one guy. Nobody knows.
Well, because Rizzo, exactly. And I think
Rizzo
Rizzo,
saved her, right?
exactly. But
A few
Rizzo
episodes ago.
also was on side, I think, more he wanted Devins and Aubrey. But then as soon as like Cirie said, no, 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 Chrissy said your name, he's like, nope. But then they're like, we have to tell Joe it's Coach because Joe's been knighted and named by Coach, right? And Joe's crazy. So they tell Joe that, and he's very adamant against it. He gets a little bit, I feel like he kind of gets aggressive when they're not going his way.
He does that, yeah. He gets the
You know what I
wide
mean?
eyes. Just gets intense.
Yeah, intense might be a better
Like
word.
eyes like he's
No, we
talking to you
can't
like
take out
this.
Coach. Like, well, yeah, we can. So it's crazy. Because Joe also wants Devins out because he's still mad at him. Remember that stupid fight they had, like episode 1 or 2?
Mm.
He like Joe's still mad about that. Another wound, fresh wound to become a scar. And then Coach is making up songs because he's
He's
so
lost it.
arrogant. So tribal. Coach has to mention he couldn't like he didn't like being quiet and like he has to yammer because they kind of put him aside. A lot of quotes.
Yep.
But then
Ancient adverts, or what do they call it? Like whatever, samurai philosophy.
ancient adverbs. Did you call
Advert,
ancient
whatever.
proverbs, Nick?
Proverb.
Proverbs. Yeah, ancient
That's the word.
adverbs. I like that.
You know where I was going.
But then we get to see it all gets made up for because then Devins pulls the biggest, fakest move that I mean, like
Stomach. Sorry.
this is like a slow burn. I mean, him and Christian like made that
Episode one
fake
or two.
idol 1 or 2, like right at the start. And so Devin's like just totally, and I actually think that they were at risk. I think that Aubrey and Devins
100%. It
were,
changed some minds.
I think this saved them potentially because I don't think it was all going to Joe and Chrissy. I think it was going to be more closely split. Devins basically jumps up and's like, I want to do this forever. And he grabs it. He makes up a great lie. So he grabs the fake idol. Everyone's like, what's that? What's that? What's that? And he's like, it's an idol. He's like, I had a clue about it, but I wasn't able to do it. And I'm just going to do it now in front of everybody. And then,
I don't even think they made a fake idol. I think it's just parchment paper.
really interesting. Right.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember
Cause he
during
doesn't even
Tribal, they're
play the
like, let me
fake.
see it. And then they say, let me see it. And he's like, no, knowledge is power. You don't need to see it.
Good for
And
him.
that was a big mistake on, is it Steph? I think it was Steph who
Yep.
asked. She should have
She'll
made
be
a
nuts.
huge deal about him not showing it. She didn't really speak up about it. It kind of got whispered a bit, but she should have made. He's not going to show it to us. That's fake. Like she should have made a huge deal about. Somebody should have about him not showing that because no, I think it fooled a few people.
Well, Chrissy or Coach, maybe. Since they knew they were on the block, like their names were on the block.
Well, yeah, Coach
But
uses a shot in the dark, right? I believe for this
was it
in
Coach who
this
used
Tribal.
it? Yes, he does. So Coach knows he's on the block. Coach knows he's up. And it's like, why? You're right. Why didn't someone make a bigger deal? Because Steph said it, and I was like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. But it got dropped. And he was good though, because he was very firm. Like he was good in his response in terms of just like, no, I don't have to show you anything.
I'm not showing it to you. I also think Coach made a mistake listening to Chrissy. He should have got out of that hammock and caused chaos, and he might have been able to switch something around. But she basically neutered him. Like who knows what he could have achieved if he was able to go, I don't know, take
I
control of some
think
people. I mean, it might have been inevitable the way the editing is. I'm not sure, but like,
they were pretty doomed unless someone could catch out Devins at the end. But maybe if Coach had have raised enough ruckus, what Coach would have needed to do, and I don't know that he would have done this because he's so arrogant, is he would have needed to point fingers at someone other than Devins and Aubrey, is what he would have needed to do. And I don't think he's smart enough to do that. I think he would have just created chaos. I think Devins
it
played
might have
it
made it worse
well.
for him.
Yeah.
Devins did the exact thing he should have
I
done. I mean, that's the
mean,
whole reason I was there. It's a moment like this, And it's funny because he's considered the idol king. He just used a fake idol. It's funny. And he tells
Well,
Aubrey
that's
too to save his ass. He's like, so now everybody still thinks he has an idol. He tells Aubrey, well, I can't use it
exactly.
till tomorrow.
I can't use it till
Genius.
the next trouble. It's like, because she's like, why aren't you using it? It's like, I can't use it. Actually, I just didn't tell them. Beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
well played, Devons. Hats off.
Fast thinking.
Best. Exactly. Well, and he had that plan, but I mean, you have to be like quick on your feet in terms of, saying it, getting it right.
I mean, Coach
Plot.
tried to lie to Tiff and didn't have nothing planned. You got to plan this shit. And that's
He had
whether
it
he
all
planned it
planned.
or had it on the spot, whatever. But
I think
that's
he
what you got to
planned
do.
it.
You got to think of the next question. You
He's
can't
like,
just be
okay, I'm
like,
gonna jump and
"Oh,
get it. All right.
I'm gonna say something and they're gonna believe me." Like he's like, "Okay, well, somebody's gonna ask a question. Aubrey's gonna be pissed off I'm not playing it." So he's got all these angles, right? Coach is
He's
just like,
smart.
"I didn't do it." Then who did it? I don't know.
He should have like just thrown someone under the bus. Like, why just
100%.
pick a name? Christian. Christian did
Yeah.
it. Like, what are you doing? So in the end, the votes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 go to Coach and Chrissy. 1 goes to Emily and Rizzo, and only 1 goes to Devins and Aubrey, which I actually think is Joe. And Coach has finally coached his last coachy coach, haiku and dance and proverbs. So of course, Coach, I do credit him. He does go out with class and says it was a great healing experience, and he goes out on a high note. So that
Kept
was
it
good.
interesting.
I mean, I might miss him a little bit because he is interesting, but I would say Jonathan, in a more intelligent way, can create chaos too when needed. And here's the thing that I want to point out and see if you notice: Jonathan once again was left out of a vote. He
Hmm.
didn't. He wasn't. I don't think he was part of it.
Okay. Well, I wonder who he
Maybe
voted.
I'm wrong.
Who did he vote for?
I
Do
think
you
he
remember?
voted. Didn't he vote Emily and Rizzo?
Sounds right. But I
Maybe
thought,
I'm
who was
wrong.
he going for? I don't even remember him talking much this episode,
Well,
to
I
be
feel
honest.
like he would have been. I feel like, or maybe he was Devins and Aubrey. I don't know.
Because he was buddy buddy with Coach, so it makes sense that they would leave him out.
I think he was left out. Did I get that wrong?
Well,
I
I
made a
mean, if he
note.
was left out, it makes sense because he was on
Yeah.
Coach's side. So if
Yeah.
you're going to vote Coach, you're not going to tell Jonathan about it. I don't know
So
if
I'll
some of
be.
his I don't know if some of his alliance voted for Coach and didn't tell him. I'm really not sure,
Well,
but that could be
everybody.
explained easily by saying you're buddy buddy with Coach. You're going to tell him, so he can get mad as he wants. That's just going to put a target on his back. But we'll see. We'll see next episode because he'll be pissed
So
if he perceived as
he
left out.
will
I
if
assume.
it's him, and he's gonna just be like, "I'm on my own.
Yeah,
I'm on my own."
I'm
You
the
know what
known
I mean?
dog or whatever.
Or however, Mr. Jeff.
I'm the last of the. What did Coach call his thing? Did he have a name
Something
for it
dumb.
or
I
something?
don't know. It's probably
The
something
Dragon
Camelot
Slayers or
crap or
something.
something.
Anyway,
You
yeah,
know, something
he's the
Dragon
last one, right?
Slayers.
I mean, Rizzo got him put in, but oh, Joe was part of his thing
No, it
too,
was
right?
Joe and Colby. I don't know that he knighted Jonathan. I think just
No,
Joe and
I
Colby. They did
think
the
he might
whole
have.
loyal crap.
Yeah,
I don't think he knighted anyone and named anyone except for Joe, Colby, and I think you're right. He knighted Rizzo, but I don't think Rizzo got
for
a
sure.
fake name.
Yeah, I don't remember if he got a name.
So anyway,
I mean, Rizzo's
great
got a
ep.
fake name.
I'm
He's the
yeah,
Riz
it's true.
God.
Riz, oh God, I hate
Malot
that.
Riz God, you might as well call him.
All right, well, good episode. I mean, I'd say best one all season, frankly.
The last two have been outstanding.
Really great. Any other comments on that one aside from like you're right, the middle thing? I like your comments on that. That's an interesting perspective.
There's quite a culling the last two episodes. That's 5 people out in 2 episodes.
I know it's
That's
crazy, right?
a huge game shift. And it's going to be interesting because, like, it's been focused on Coach last couple episodes, right? So it's going to be nice
So
to
what are
see
we
some
doing?
focus put on
Yeah.
some other people because I'm sure other people got plans of their own, like
Well, what's
Devins, like
Tiff?
Christian, like Emily,
Well,
you
and
know?
what's Tiff gonna do now, right? Like, cause she's with Joe. Is she gonna go that route? What's Cerise? I think locked in. I think she is locked in with Rizzo. Like Ozzy, is he gonna keep playing the middle? Like, what's going on? You know, we haven't heard that much from him for the past couple episodes. Chrissy, I mean, for me, Chrissy didn't add a lot, if I'm honest with you,
I'm
to
fine
the
with
to the
there was
like.
nothing.
I was
She did
like,
nothing.
I mean, she was fine, but I just didn't find she added a lot of intrigue. You're right, Christian and Devins, what are they going to do? Aubrey, is Emily going to spout off about crap again? Like, let's see. And what other surprises? Like, what
I think
other
Cirie right
twists?
now has the best chance of getting to the final 3.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard to say. It's hard to call a winner. It's so random. Like, but she has the best chance of winning right now and going to the final three because she's liked, and she's just
Yeah,
people are just listening to her now. I'm sure somebody will be like, she's whatever, but then there's always somebody else to stick up for her because she does have a lot of hands and a lot of pots.
yeah, I agree.
It seems like she's got Ozzy and Rizzo as loyal as loyal. Like as soon as she says something, both of them are like, oh yeah,
They
let's
just do what she
vote
says.
for whoever. You're the goddess. You win. Good on her.
We'll
I
we'll,
like Cirie.
I like her. I'd like to see her win. I mean, because okay, let's not chew on wires, buddy. Come on.
The only one I don't want to see win right now is Emily.
I don't
I
really,
hate
if
her
I'm
so
honest,
much.
I don't really want to see Rizzo win.
That's who I want to see win because it would be so much. Oh my god, the Riz God
No.
dance that boy will do,
Uh,
and then he will be crowned the greatest Survivor player of all time.
yeah,
as
I
you
mean,
mentioned.
he would deserve some sort of crowning, but
He's up there.
I don't know.
He's
I
playing a
just
different game too this season.
he is, which no, I like him. I just don't want. I just it's too. They have too many people from like the past 3 seasons to me. Like I definitely don't want to see Joe win. I actually want to see Joe win less than Rizzo because I just don't think he's playing a good game.
Yeah, I don't like Joe really.
I don't know that Ozzy
Him and his wide
should
eyes.
win, and I like Ozzy, but Cirie is the like the ringleader. Like she's in charge of everything, so to me, she's more deserving.
It's not like Ozzy's winning a bunch of challenges or being
No, he's not
dominant.
really like what's he bringing? And I've liked him the whole time. Like he's been
He's
top of my
playing
list.
smarter
Like
though.
he is playing smarter. He's letting. I mean, there is something to be said for letting smarter people lead the way. Rizzo's playing a good game. It's just I just have a problem with like how many people are here from like recent seasons, and I think the fact that he just played is just a little bit. I don't know. I'd like to see, like I said, Cirie has played like 4 or 5 times. I'd like to see her win.
It'd
I
be a
think
good
she's
story.
good. Yeah. Like I think I'm rooting for her. Christian, I like him. I think he plays a smart game. I think he's had to dodge a lot of crap. Devins is impressing me. I mean, those are kind of my top 3 are like Cirie, then Christian, then Devins. Like Christian and Devins are almost aligned. I just said no to Ozzy. You're right, he's playing smarter. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, all that to say, who the
And
hell
the twist
knows?
side, just what's going to happen next season?
Who the
Like,
hell
did they even
knows?
hint anything? Like, I don't think
No,
I think I watched it. I don't remember anything significant.
I
Anyway,
didn't even note anything. That's it.
that was a good one.
All right, great episode. So thank you everybody for watching. This will be out late, probably after episode 9, but that's all right. So please go on over to Nick's podcast, Dirty Glass Podcast, Booze Reviews for the Unrefined, or Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. All kinds of WrestleMania downloads coming, and of course, like, subscribe, share over here. Let us know what you think, and we will catch you on the next one.
Boom.
Bye.
Let's go.